Hello, Funkaholics. This is Tara, and I am answering the Tattooed Toy Hunters. How do you say it? Um, well, there's this thing going around that this is totally okay. Start over. Okay, so I was tagged by the Tattooed Toy Hunter, who is a good friend and a wonderful person. If you're a Funko person, you should definitely check him out. Tattooed Toy Hunter on YouTube. And so there's 10 questions about Funkos and about my fandom. Not my fans, but things I'm a fan of. And so I've got answers to the 10 questions, and I was looking for something. I also will be tagging 5 other YouTubers who do Funkos. Okay, so I have notes. The first question, I don't know if I put them down right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did. The first question was, what was your first pop? My first pop, and it's up there and I can't get it down, but it was a Maleficent from Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con in like 2014 or 2013, and it's nothing special. I just actually, it was given to me there by uh, a, I was interviewing a Disney exec who was working the promo box and the promo booth, and he gave me a little swag bag after I was done interviewing him, which was really nice. And when I got outside and looked at it, there was a Funko Pop in there of Maleficent. And I, first of all, didn't know much about Maleficent or actually anything about her, but she's since become much more important to me. So it was Maleficent. Number 2, how many Funkos do I have? Ah, ouch, shot in the heart. My husband's sitting here, so I should lie, but I won't. I'm not sure. After today, it will be a lot more because I'd be shooting an unboxing video after this, a big haul. And so I think right now, before those, I have 634, 600, and at least 30, at least 20, 620. I tried to look and it wouldn't take my damn password. So yeah, it's like right around there. But after, like I said, in a little while, it'll be a lot more. So number 3 question is, what is my favorite fandom? My favorite fandom by far is The Walking Dead. I've been a zombie lover forever, since the first time I saw Night of the Living Dead late at night when I wasn't feeling good. And my mom was up with me and we were turning the station on the TV, literally turning the station. And Night of the Living Dead was on, and it was an old black and white movie, so my mom figured it was a Western or something. So she laid down and was looking at it, and I pretty soon realized she was staring off into space is what she was doing, and I was like, oh my god, this is the coolest movie ever. So yeah, The Walking Dead is by far my favorite fandom. It's awesome. Number 4, my favorite pop. Well, I went around when I needed to do pops. The only one I couldn't get was the Maleficent. Oh, but I got another Maleficent because the Disney Treasures 6-inch Maleficent pop that was, and I don't take her out of the box, or I would, but I think you can get a pretty good look at her right there. This is a 6-inch Maleficent as the dragon, and it came in the Disney Treasures box that Funko did. They were bi-monthly, and I think it's over now because they had the last one on the map, in the treasure map. So I'm waiting to see what they do, because I hope it's as nice as this, because this is such a cool pop and you can't get it anyplace else, and I love it. I really I love it. It's pretty much probably going to be my favorite pop forever. Okay. Number 5, worst Funko Pop ever made. Unfortunately, I have this one too. What is this? What is it? Well, first of all, my husband and I thought the movie Valerian looked like a good movie. We won't ever know because we bought some pops from it and they're all crap. But this one, Dugan Dagwas, just is ugly and serves no purpose that I know of. There's like 4 of him, and I've seen all of them be chases at one time or another. Oops. And I have him in this pop protector, which is silly. I should take it out and put it with somebody else, but what are you going to do? So yeah, this is my answer. This is the worst, ugliest, horriblest pop ever made by Funko. Okay. My most valuable pop. When the Funko headquarters store opened, we went down there, up there. We went up there. It's not that far from Seattle, and you know, we live in Washington, so no, we don't. We live in Oregon, so Washington isn't that far. So we drove up the day before and stood in line, and we got to buy things from the store, and this is one. This is one that we bought. They had previewed the pops on the Funko site. And when I saw this is really the one that made me want to go. And I didn't think I'd get it at all. But then we got there and we were pretty far up. I mean, we were like, at one time, we were like 3 or 4 people behind. But, you know, they had people and then they had people. But we ended up with the 12 o'clock group, or no, the 1 o'clock group. So we went in, it's 100 people. Was it 100 people? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was 100 people that went in, and we got to, I mean, everything was just all right there. So you could pick whatever you want. So anyways, this, it kind of goes up and down between $190 and $200, but it's the most expensive one I have, and it's one I'll always love because we had a really fun time, and I got to visit my daughter on the way home because she had just moved to Washington, so that was a very special time. Hadn't seen her for a couple of years, so yeah, that was pretty cool. Okay, the next one, what 3 lines would you like to see Funko make? And I came up with 2 answers, so I'm really going to have to figure the last one out. But the first one seems kind of obvious to me, but I haven't heard anybody else say it. But I think they should make YouTubers. You know, there's some very funny YouTubers. There's some serious YouTubers. There's people who went on to you know, be famous for one thing or another, not always good. And I think that is probably something I think people would be interested in. I think everybody's watched a YouTube video. Probably they watch them almost every day. They just don't realize when they click on a trailer, it's almost always YouTube trailer for a movie. So yeah, I think that would go over. The second one is a movie I already mentioned, which is Night of the Living Dead. I think they should start off with 5 pops. I think it's 5. And it would be 3 of the main characters, even though one, well, it would be Barbara and her brother, which isn't a main character, but he's an interesting looking character. And it would be, it would be Ben. So it would be Barbara, the her brother Ben, and then I can't think of the guy that's in the basement that's so nasty. You just want to feed him. You want to hand feed him to the first zombie that walks by. Just like, oh, sorry, didn't mean to push. But yeah. And then I said 5. So then I think the brother should have a chase where he's the zombie, because he does. I don't know if you pay attention or if you've seen the movie enough, you see that he does come after her into the house. And so I think her, yeah, I think those would be good. Now the third, oh, help me. Um, I would be, I'm most interested in the dark things in life, the macabre. I think it would be interesting to have maybe famous ghosts, famous, um, yeah, famous, famous paranormal things. The Loch Ness monster, the the brown lady who they've have. There's like 1 or 2 really good pictures that I've seen around forever, and of her walking down a staircase. Um, Bunny Man, just, or maybe urban legends. Between paranormal and urban legends, which there's definitely a crossover sometimes, I think that would be um, a really nice um, set of pops. I would buy them immediately. Okay, so what else do I have? Oh, okay. 7. Okay, 8. Best and worst stores to buy pops. My favorite store, because I almost always find something there, is Hot Topic. Even online, you can find some pretty cool things at Hot Topic. As far as worst store, that's a toss-up between Target and Walmart. I shop more at Target online. I do most of my shopping online, but I think those probably Target is the worst. I mean, it's not saying much that they're ahead of Walmart, not by much. And number 9, I missed something here. 9, oh, 10. No, I didn't. Okay. So number 9 was best and worst subscription boxes. My favorite subscription box just ended, as I said. It was the Disney Treasures box. So that would still be my favorite, because it's they may start it over again. I don't know. So I'll leave it at that. And my least favorite, 3 months ago, I would have listed it as my favorite probably, but now I think the Bambox horror box has just gone down to it. I'm going to be unsubscribing if there's not. I'm gonna let it go one more subscription and see. But if it continues to go downhill, I'm just going to unsubscribe, because there's nothing in them. I do like the autograph pictures, But even those, they're like scraping the bottom of the barrel with those. I would like to see them get a couple of really good horror icons, and you know, and that's what I would like to happen. Um, yeah, and that's sad because I love my horror stuff. That's really one of the, something I really keyed in on when I started my collection, but oh well. Number 10, what is my current grail? My current grail that I'm looking for is the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones, and the one before that was Sam from Trick or Treat, and I never thought I'd have him, but I just kept looking and looking, bidding if something was within my price range, and then just dropping out if it wasn't, if it went too high. But I finally found one that I could afford, and I have it, and he's in there. And I found a Mezco, um, bigger, bigger one. I think it's one of their 9 inches or something. And so yeah, I have that, and it's uh, my Sam Pop is probably my second favorite of all my pops. And I think that is the last question. Yep, it is. So now I have to name 5 Funko YouTubers to continue on with the questions and name 5 more people. So I'm going to tag Open by Chance. Come on, David, show us what you got. And David's wife is Lady Pop Hunter, and I would like to hear the 2 of them. I think I know a lot of what they're going to say, but I'd like to hear it. Franklin F.M. McGinnis. I love this guy. He does news. He shows his pops when he gets a special pop, he shows it. He is he doesn't show himself. You hear his voice. He's got this marvelous low soothing voice, and I think I would like to hear what he has to say. Then Isaiah Hunts. I love Isaiah Hunts. He's cute. He's just this young man who is full of life, and he lives in Vegas. And it's too bad I moved, because he and his girlfriend and me and Bill could go out and go hunting every couple of days together. But oh well, he can come here, or someday I'll go there, and we'll meet up for some hunts. So Isaiah Hunts, show us what you got. And then the last one is Ethan Finds Out, which is Ethan and his mother, and they go pop hunting together. Ethan is probably 7, maybe 8. I'm not really sure. He's very intelligent, and he always wants to have something when they go. Reminds me of me. We would go out once a week to a thrift store or a yard sale or the swap meet, and I would always have to have something. And my mom usually bought me something, because who wants to hear a little girl cry and roll around on the ground and stuff? So yeah, I got something, and I'm not spoiled. So those are it. And this was a lot of fun. Thank you, bearded toy hunter. I really enjoyed doing this. And okay, I am going to finish this video, and I have this huge haul video that'll probably take all night, but I'm going to get through it. So thank you. Everybody have a great night.